What are you guys doing in my room? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Global Nerds Podcast. To my right, I got DownHill. Down below me, I got Shy. On the other side of the earth, I have Mark. And right above me, watching me from the ceiling, I have the Night Moon Wolf himself, Ty. How are we doing today, guys?
Doing okay.
You know, it's a morning. It's a morning. I'm not underneath any substance. It's just really bright in my room.
It's called evil chicken on my end.
And he turns the camera off.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's been quite sunny here. I'm sure it's just as bad for you, DownHill.
Yeah, it's been hot. This LA weather is really. I hate summer. You already know I hate summer.
What is that? Humid out there?
It's humid. It's hot. I feel like the devil's butthole just opened up over LA.
How are you guys alive down there?
Oh, right now it's cool. As you can see by the beach, like right now it's okay. It's only 9:40 a.m. here, so it's okay. But once it hits like 1 o'clock, and that time, yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, y'all done after that? Y'all done after 1 o'clock, huh?
Seriously.
He says 1 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock, and I'm frying at work. Like,
I'd say take what?
I could take a frying pan and go cook eggs outside my workplace.
Oh yeah.
That's how bad it was at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And they say climate change isn't a thing. Oh well.
Well, this won't be a video episode today. This is going to be audio only, you guys.
I'd say, bro, if you could take water with you, but it'd probably evaporate if you're in LA.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Because I promise you I had a bottle of water, and I turned around, it was just dust.
Well, that's how I feel about the first topic of DLC announced already, and the game's not even out yet.
I mean, that's how they get you to get the game, man. Exactly.
Yeah. Like, what we're talking about is Mortal Kombat, and the DLC is you had like Omni-Man, Homelander, and I was just like, do you know what?
Peacemaker.
I would get this. Yeah.
Yeah. You got Ermac, you got Quan Chi, you got is his name Tanaka? Whatever was Scorpion's son. We have him in the game. Yeah.
Takeda, Quan Chi, Omni-Man, Peacemaker, Homelander, Ermac. So if I wanted to do a reboot of Homelander versus Omni-Man, okay, I'm gonna get this DLC. You know why I'm not gonna get this DLC? Homelander, Peacemaker, and Omni-Man. I'm sorry to say, but those characters are overused in media at the moment, just as bad as JDF was for Tommy. I want to see more older villains and stuff from the actual universe come back. No more crossovers. No more crossovers, please.
That wouldn't sell.
There's no such thing as too much Homelander.
Yeah.
Especially when he's popular right now, and this is only the first pack. They could offer pack number 2 and pack number 3, depending on the success of the game and how long they want it to run. I'm excited to see Quan Chi go against Mr. Homelander. I put in the 2 Superman characters against each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it sold me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. They've been doing crossovers for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
We got Alien vs. Predator. We had Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger. Like, I'm not opposed to it entirely. It's okay, you're gonna reboot the universe and then you're gonna immediately do crossovers. No, you need to establish your world first, and
they did
then do it
through like 15 games. It's established. We know the lore. We know what's going on with Mortal Kombat 1, but this is just add-ons. You know what I mean? These are just little additions. It's not going to affect the overall story. I mean, we get LeMay up in there, so I'm super excited.
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from with that, though, Ty. I mean, like, the crossovers, I like them. They're fine, but they're not the main draw of the Mortal Kombat games. Because when they become the main draw, that's a problem.
Yeah, like, if we could get a superhero pack, I guess we can't really call Homelander and Omni-Man superheroes, can we?
Not even that super.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't even call them anti-heroes. Like, these guys are brutal in their universes.
Hence why they're in Mortal Kombat. But I mean, yeah, like I can see how weird it is and how it can be kind of frustrating and annoying. But considering you've got Invincible coming out, very, very soon, you've got the Boys season. Yeah, you've got the Boys season 4 coming out. Yet they're still really, really big properties. So
and they're owned by Warner Brothers, aren't they?
I can't remember if they are or not. No, the Boys is an Amazon thing, so I would imagine that's that only. Both of them are Amazon products, so I don't know if they're designed for Warner Brothers. But at the end of the day, it makes things quite interesting, because I'd like to see Homelander beat the shit out of Omni-Man and vice versa.
Again.
I mean,
well, there's no way Homelander realistically wins against Omni-Man, though.
Oh no, exactly not. But I think it's one of those things in general where, it's fun to see it. Like, I want to see Homelander like shoot lasers up in like Scorpion's face or Sub-Zero's and just be like, cool. I mean, the only other ones, like, they've just put them in the Boys pack into COD as well quite recently. So, it's definitely a big marketing thing to get people talking about it, and obviously make some sales. Because I was never gonna buy Thingamabob, was it Mortal Kombat? Now I'm very tempted to.
Just based off of the bonus characters.
Yeah. You reach out to a wider audience.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I've been kind of burnt out on 2D fighters for quite some time. I tried playing Mortal Kombat 11, and the difficulty curve was very strange. Like, it would start you easy and then go up to hard right away through story mode. If I'm going to play story mode, I'm going to play story mode. Let me just play story mode on one difficulty, please. With this new MK1, it's a dual system. I'm like, oh god, please don't. Just stick to one fighter, please. That's why I don't play that Power Ranger fighter, even though I bought all the DLC. It's just, fighters do not catch my interest, at least 2D fighters. Me and DownHill want to get the new Naruto Shippuden game that's coming out, or Naruto and Road to Boruto.
I want to play it. I don't know shit about Naruto, seriously, since he went to like Naruto level 55 and he turned into a cat, and I'm like, okay, I'm out. I don't know what's going on. But back to Mortal Kombat, the DLC are cool, but that's not what interests me. It was the OGs coming back, or the people that I love, my characters. I could see Tanya coming back, Lee May coming back. Quan Chi is a DLC, but he's coming back. I want to see Firebird, Liu Kang, you know what I mean? Those, the characters, the story mode, to see how this progressed after Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, to see what's going on.
And then, of course, we got, and this is what really takes me off, you're going to have the main villain walk in at the end of the trailer. Oh, by the way, he's pre-order bonus only.
That let me know he might not even be the main villain. You know what I mean? He just sounds like he's just something there that we think he's going to be the classic villain from Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
the actual one. So,
but I think what happens is, like, look at how companies like take Battle for the Grid, the shittest Power Ranger beat 'em up game in the world, where they were like, oh, Green Ranger V2, the Batman and Sun version, was DLC only, and then like much later they released it as a normal character. Like, it's an incentive for people to go out and say, oh, I really want this right now, and then all of a sudden, like within a few months, it'll be like, he is in DLC Pack 2. It's just you can play him early. It's that sort of thing that always pops up with every sort of games, because if let's say, for example, it was like Starlight from The Boys and that was the pre-order bonus, people would be like, okay, and then you've got the main villain who comes in at the very end and it's like, oh, DLC only, and he comes in, it's like you can unlock him. People are still going to sign up for that bonus, but it's a bit either way. I think it's a good marketing thing. You want that character, go do it now, go pre-order it.
I don't know. I'm still happy for Cortana, she's coming back. Lee May is coming back. I got Liu Kang, I got Kitana, I got Melina. If Reptile shows up, we got Ermac coming in.
I believe Reptile
It'll be nice to see
is
Shane
confirmed.
soon again.
Yeah, Shane Soon is the pre-order bonus.
Yeah,
I got a question for y'all.
that's-
What skins do y'all want to see? Because I want Shang Tsung's skin from the newest Mortal Kombat film. That skin is freaking dope.
If I was to have any skin, it would be the first game that came out in '92. Everyone have like the pixel. That's the one I want. Like, I think I would buy it in a heartbeat if they were like, "Here's the original graphics," and I'd be like, "Perfect!
Oh,
what a way to do it!"
So you will play PS1 graphics on a PS5.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to your eyeballs?
No, it's like everything else is like 3D, and then you've just got each characters in those pixel forms, because that's how you get nostalgia. That's how you get people to come back, and it'd be really funny. And I'd be like, do you know what? That's worth my pre-order bonus right there.
So funny thing about that, and now that you're bringing that up, so I did get a PS5 finally, and I did get Final Fantasy 16. Wonderful game. But I'm like, I kind of want to play some old games. Can I budget for a couple games? You know what? Screw it. I budgeted for a PS3, bought a PS3. I bought the Sly Cooper collection and Tales of Xillia. I played it on the new updated TVs, and dear God, the graphics on the new TVs almost rivaled the PS5. And I'm like, what the heck?
Even though 6 looks pretty good.
And someone's been playing Sonic 06.
The cutscenes
With all of its bugs and stuff, it has been an interesting playthrough already. The visuals look really nice. Even the cutscenes have been really good. It's like I'm playing PS3 games on the PS5.
Okay, so just to kind of go on what you said earlier about how you were annoyed at it's a pre-order skin. So I've looked Mortal Kombat 5 premium and collector's edition in the UK, and if on the premium one you get includes Johnny Cage's character skin with likeness of Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. But then if you go to the collector's edition, you get an inspired Liu Kang in-game character skin, as well as the Jean-Claude Van Damme. But so effectively, if I wanted those, I would either have to buy this right now to get that special edition, or just kind of go, I'll unlock it. And considering the collector's edition, which is just the game, by the way, and is it? I don't know. Yeah, so the collector's edition is $239.99.
Yeah.
That's with, I'm guessing, a statue in a very nice little box.
Correct.
And then the standard game's like $84.99. I'm just like, oh, it's expensive.
Yeah, even Final Fantasy 16, I spent $80 on. No, I spent $100 on the deluxe edition, but the base price was like $70.
Yeah. Well, again, I've just looked up the standard edition, and you get none of what I've just posted or what I've just said. So spending the extra money to get like a skin is fine. So again, if I just bought the base version, then I don't get any of that pre-order bonus. So I'd be more inclined to go, shit, I want the Jean-Claude Van Damme one, and I would just go straight for that one.
But I don't believe in like the dragon crystals. I'm a firm believer of grind your crap. Grind up those coins. Don't take the easy way out and just buy the in-game currency.
I kind of agree and I disagree at the same time, because most of us will either play Genshin or Honkai Star Rail, and the fact is that if you have to grind, and that's fine, you can do it, it's a very, very easeable thing. But if Mortal Kombat has that sort of, you get like 5 crystals, but that character, like the Homelander skin, if you don't buy the DLC, is 2 million. and it's like, oh shit, it's going to take me at least like say a month to grind every single day for 8 hours, but then I go off and buy that, I'd be more than happy. I think that if you give the option, it's there. Like, it's shit, believe me, but some people want to get it straight away. Like, some people are happy to spend that money, like I have with Genshin Impact. Like, I've spent a butt ton of money, but then I have enough characters to go, I actually kind of like this, I'm actually okay.
And of course, I'm on the flip side of this where I'm just doing my daily tasks. I guess what I'm trying to say is there needs to be a balance between your quests given with all of its, tickets and stuff, opposed to buying tickets.
I mean,
well, we going on hypothetical right now because again, the game isn't out. All that could have already been addressed. So at that point, kind of we gotta wait and see now how it's going, because it might not even be a pay-to-win system or anything like that.
I hate pay-to-win.
Well, Mortal Kombat 11 wasn't like that at all. I mean, if you wanted the skins, you could buy them. If you didn't, you could just play the game. So
yeah. I think. Yeah. I mean, we now live in a world where microtransactions are a thing. Like, they're not a thing where we go, oh no, I don't want to spend money. Yeah, I'm going to spend money. Like, look at all these gacha games. They want you to spend money. They dangle it in front of you. And some people will go, like, you know what, I'm free to play. I'm never going to spend a dime on this game. And it works for them. It's easier to buy it. Like, at the end of the day, it's not going to say, like, if you buy Homelander, like, or Omni-Man, one punch and your character's out because they're effectively super strong. It just means that you look pretty, and then people go like, oh, cool, you spent money, awesome. And that's it, really.
Oh.
Yeah, Fortnite is notorious for microtransactions.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I like
still a fun game without them.
Yeah.
Just avoid the microtransactions, and I'm actually sorry to break the tangent real quick, but I got back into Fortnite relatively recently. It's actually a surprisingly decently fun game.
Shut up and give me your friend code.
Got you.
Fortnite.
I got you, man.
You can play with me and another Yellow Ranger.
If I play it, then it has to entice me, because if Goku's running around with a gun, boom. If Deku from My Hero Academia is running around with a gun, boom. Like, when they bring the Doctor Who in, I will spend money and have the Doctor running around with a gun, because I think that's really funny.
You can play as Thanos. You can have Indiana Jones fight Darth Vader. You can bully children. It's the dream, man.
Yeah.
All of that.
When is Doctor Who coming to Fortnite?
I'm looking it up for you
Not
right
soon
now.
enough.
Like, I really want to run around as David Tennant. The Doctor with the gun. Yeah. Oh no, what would be even better is the TARDIS with the gun. I would love that. I'd be like, just shut up and take my money.
It's still rumored.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes up. I am all for that.
I mean, the most recent one, it's possible that they are. I'm pretty sure it's the BBC just holding things back.
Yeah. Writer's strike. It's the writer's strike.
Yeah, not allowed to.
Well,
you ain't allowed to put your Fortnite skins in this because of the writer's strike. Damn you, evil BBC.
Well, I definitely think we need to go on the writer's strike with this next topic. Oh God. So we're gonna.
What do you guys think of that thing going on right now?
I hope so. From what, because I don't know what you got, if you guys talked about it last week, but after finding out that the studios are willing to wait it out until everybody loses their home and stuff like that, made
That's
me
straight up evil.
It was evil. Like, but what the studios don't understand is that, you know, the writers and all that are going to stay out, and I think maybe the actors are going to step in and help out with their bills or whatever. But can you imagine when it comes to the shareholders meeting and it drops and they're like, why we lost like 20 points? Where's that? Oh, it's because of the writer's strike. Give them what they want. We want that money back. I think that's the thing. I also hated the fact that they cut down they got rid of the shade, and then instant karma got them and was just like, oh hey, guess what? We're now going to sue you. You now got owe us like $1,000 per tree. And I was just like, ha 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 ha.
And of course, the writer's strike is definitely bleeding into YouTube a little bit. Chris, you posted something recently in our little group chat about YouTubers being affected by this as well. Or was it something else?
I think it might have been something else. That's a good question. Let me take a look.
I think I kind of know a little bit about on this. It's effectively, I think the studios now are going towards the YouTuber influencers. Like, you know, so if you're a Disney influencer, Disney's going to reach out to you and say, oh, hey, do you know that we've got this new film coming out? Why don't you come down to the premiere and vlog about it, and then like do as much video as you can, and then tell all your friends how great it is. Do you know what? We'll even pay you. How does like $5,000 sound?
They're trying to convince the influencers to scab, basically.
Yeah, because they don't have actors. I know for one, Disney is hiring suit actors and performers, stage performers for the Haunted Mansion premiere. So the people that you would see at these Disney parks as suit actors would be out at these premieres because, of course, the actors won't be there themselves. Is that something cool? I would just say just fucking cancel the damn premieres and just go back to like how it was in COVID. Just put the movie out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
What I'm wondering though, do you guys know Andrew Schultz at all, the stand-up comedian?
No.
He actually made this, it was a he posted something on Twitter recently about how the Hollywood strike could potentially backfire on everyone but like the top 0.1% of actors and writers, because he basically the main problem is streaming, right? But like if streaming is providing such a force for media right now, this strike might eventually in the long term force them to reveal their numbers. And with things like pirating and torrenting and password sharing, there's a chance they might be lying about their numbers. And if that's revealed, that could detrimentally affect the income of most writers and actors for the worst for a very long time.
Well, yeah, because you know everyone fluffed their numbers.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new.
And the workers will pay the price as always.
Yeah, like part of me just doesn't understand why these studios. I mean, okay, maybe it might just all be about money, but I don't understand why they're not kind of working with them, because at the end of the day, like a lot of these companies are now thinking, shit, we're going to go to AI and we're going to get that, and AI is not as powerful as what people make out for it to be, because you can type into whatever and go, write me a script for the new Ant-Man and these are the parameters, and it's just Ant-Man goes to the store, the end. It's not going to be great, and obviously you want to kind of fluff that out, make it better, make it suitable. So I don't know why the studios aren't working with the actors, the writers, and saying, look, what are your demands? And you know, effectively these demands might not be as big. Like, hey, like you're paying us $30 an hour, we need $50 an hour, and we want this, and it works even better. But because of the corporate greed, it's like, no, we're not going to give you a cent more than $31 an hour, and if you don't like it, go jump. And it's just like, these are the people that are bringing your entertainment, that are enjoying, that are making other people go out to the parks, go out and buy the merchandise, that bring more money in for you. And I don't know why the studios aren't kind of seeing it and going like, shit, we need to work.
Because money is power. Money is, it holds something over you. Have you guys, okay, what's the largest amount of money you guys ever made? We're gonna put this out there.
I did 4,000.
Okay, and when you made that at one time, how did you feel when you made that?
I convert that joint and spent that shit. Buy me a new controller. That's how I feel.
And that's how it is for the majority of people. They feel it like, okay, I got this much money, so now I could do what I want. You can't tell me anything, and I want more. I need more of this. You know what I mean? So it's almost an addiction. So
Yeah,
for these studios,
Yes.
people to be so addicted to this type of money and lifestyle, they don't want to lose a cent of it because they have this social status, they have this personal status within themselves, this self-confidence to where you could be insecure about one aspect in your life, but money can fill that void. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like personally, I know one person where it's like, well, I didn't
shiny.
graduate college. You know what I mean? But I've got billions of dollars now, so I'm gonna use my money as a thing. But it's like, so all you have to do is go to college and make yourself feel self-sufficient or confident in yourself. You know what I mean? Instead of just pushing around this money. So for a lot of these people, money is their self-success story, if that makes sense.
And see, that's where I'm disagreeing with this writer strike, is how do you spend your money? Like, we don't know what goes in on these industries. I fully believe it is corporate greed. I do believe that.
Yeah.
It is. But I could break it down for these actors and writers, like, again, for the camp that people say, well, you're rich, you just want more money. No, that's not why they're striking. Some of these people, what you guys see, glitz and glamour, all that shines isn't a diamond, okay? But what you see is still a prop. When these people go to these events and these world premieres, and you see them in these multi-million-dollar cars and dresses and suits, and they look well put together, these makeup artists and these entourages, that is still a character. That's not who they are. That's not how they live. They still leaving those carpets and those cameras. When the cameras turn off, those dresses, those suits, those cars are being snatched away, and they're Ubering or hopping on the bus to their one-bedroom apartment downtown with a chair in it because they're called starving artists. You ever heard the term for starving artist? Starving artists that really exist to this day. And most of it came out during the pandemic. If you guys pay attention, some of these stars literally had to take odd jobs, and you see the stories coming out. Oh, this person's working at Starbucks, this person's working at Trader Joe's, this person's on OnlyFans selling their coochie because they can't afford anything. Again, these people are not making money as we think, because again, you could get a check for $1 million. State taxes, federal tax is going to take a big chunk out of that.
And there's a little matter of living in LA.
Exactly. You're stuck. But before you even get to that, you're stuck with what, $500,000 left, right? You still got to pay your agent. You still got to pay your whole team, whether it's you have makeup artists, you have your assistants. All these people still got to get a cut of it, and you left with what, $25,000. Ooh, your car note, your rent, all this and that. And if you part of these SAG-AFTRA unions, stuff like that, they get their cut. So you left with what, $5,000 out of that $1 million check. And you don't know when you're gonna get your next job. It could be years in between there. So again, these people, like I said, when you see all these things, they're striking for a reason. It's literally for a reason, not to get more money. It's so they can survive. And that's just me keeping it 100.
Don't get me wrong. I fully believe that. But once again, I bring up, what person is actually going there because of this? And who's there to just, I need more money, and just bitching and moaning because they spent all their money on BS.
Some people do that, but that's not the
I'm saying there's probably like maybe 60% of the writers and actors that are, what do you think, 70-80%?
Probably like 87 maybe.
So we'll say around 87% are genuine. They're actually wanting this. And the other ones are just sitting there bitching.
Right.
And that last percentage is going to go over the 87%. We've seen it in so many communities. It's ridiculous. While these people are fighting for their livelihoods against these companies, these people are just bitching and moaning to bitch and moan.
Yeah, true. And again, to play devil advocate, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
but some of the studios, again, just to take it from their standpoint, I don't agree with what they're doing, but again, we all been on this side of where we're producing a film and the money that was produced into this film. Even though it came from nefarious reasons, some of these funds, it was still our hard-earned money that we put into this movie. That never seen a light of day. So again, all these studios could be putting money out, putting all these type of funds, and their projects still get scrapped. So it's kind of like, okay, we're investing in all you guys, but we're still not getting a return. Yeah, we want our money too. So we want to hold on to what we got because we're putting so much money into it, and I can't feed my family. Or I don't know if I could, because there's no guarantee that my project's going to come out. We just seen this happen with the Batgirl movie. You know what I mean? It was ready to go. All this money was spent. These people are ready to go, get their careers taken off or whatever it may be. And it was just like, yeah, we're not doing that. And it was a loss.
Didn't he pull the plug because of Ruby Rose had a problem with the director?
No,
or something?
No. I'm talking about the Batgirl film.
Yeah,
Ruby Rose.
She's not in it. It was someone else.
Oh, yeah. I must be thinking of the series. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was it was basically. It seemed like it was a tax write-off, because they didn't. Right. They didn't. Yeah, they didn't actually give a reason why. It was just like tax write-off. Yeah.
Right.
I think that if they released that, it probably would have made more money than the Flash, because the Flash absolutely bombed. But yeah.
Even though I bought the DVD or the digital version.
Goddamn. Yeah, like a lot of these studios are just going like, oh, tax write-off, which again I feel is really weird, because I imagine that once you've spent like say $1 billion, that no one's just going to be like, okay, well here's 500 mil left, here you go back for the tax. Like, it just makes me think, rather than greenlight all these films, or depending on if they have like a hidden message between them or whatever, is just don't actually have proper films that people want. There are messages like woke messages, non-woke messages. Just write films that people want to go see, rather than be like, whoopsie, like, oh, you didn't like the fact that Batgirl did this? No one gave a shit about that. People wanted to see the film, and it would have tied in. Yeah, like I probably didn't want to see it, but I wouldn't want it scrapped. It was like 95% done. And it will never see the light of day, because I don't think anyone actually has any copies of it. So, but the fact is, I think studios need to stop listening to what people want on Twitter. I want to see a Batgirl, but I don't want it to be Batgirl. I want it to be this person, but that's Wonder Woman. But I wanted to wear a Batgirl suit because I prefer that. And if you don't, then I'm going to call you this, and this.
Maybe expand your audience beyond the Alphabet Club.
Yeah,
true. Get off of Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did watch a couple episodes of the Batwoman or Batgirl series. I didn't mind it as a DC show. Blech. But I had high hopes for the movie. I wanted to see this, especially with Brendan Fraser coming back out of his hidey hole or whatever. I'm like, yes, I love that actor. Bring him back.
Yeah, there was a lot of shit going on with the internals over there at DC, because Brendan Fraser, he was already there within the department as I think the robot guy in Doom Patrol. So, but
when you look at what A24 is doing, they're agreeing to SAG-AFTRA's terms with no trouble at all. And they're a small studio. The fact that they can afford to do this, and Disney's refusing to do this when they're much bigger, much bigger, there's no way this shit isn't corporate greed.
Because, again, more money causes more problems. Disney has a lot more, again, playing devil advocate, they have a lot more to lose if they agree to these terms, you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, if you're already paying 4 billion people $30 an hour, you know how much revenue that is? And if they say, okay, we want $35, do you know how much revenue that's going to be for you to lose just to pay all those people extra $5? You know what I mean? And all the assets, and then got to get investors interested in, and if they can even recuperate that type of money, because now you're looking at liquidation, and that's a whole back end thing I can get into that's probably going to bore every listener if I get into those analytics and stuff like that. But it's a lot more that
off-topic thing.
Right. It's a bigger thing that these corporations have to think about. And while it's not fair and it's completely selfish at a point, I understand it. Because again, every person here in this chat, we have been in a position where we're trying to produce something and we see how epically failed that went. You know what I mean? How much money we lost. So It's kind of like you got to think about that.
Yeah, that's why when you start a company, you don't want to go too big. Like you put too many pieces in there, anything can go wrong.
Yeah. So I'm on both sides of this whole thing. I understand why they're striking. I understand why the company is like, well, we want to starve y'all out. You know what I mean? Which is disgusting. But I understand that too. It's kind of like you want to hold on to what you got, because nothing for sure is ever secure. You know what I mean? So
I think now these corporations, because they're losing money and they don't know what they're doing next, I just feel like the companies now are going to start listening to what people want rather than demands of what other people are. You want to make that money back? Awesome. Just start listening to what people want these days rather than what people demand.
Right.
Or better yet, just, get the executives to stop meddling.
Yeah,
Hell,
exactly.
If there's anybody who should get a pay cut, it's the executives. And first of all, if the demands of SAG-AFTRA went through, they'd see like a 2% cut in their income. Big deal. But if that's the case, and even if there's more, fuck them. They don't get my sympathy. All these executives are good for is hoarding money and ruining good projects with their micromanaging. They get none of my sympathy.
Yeah. And my thing, some of these
Netflix.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Some of these people, these executives are not creatives. How can you be in charge of something you don't have a passion for or know anything about the industry?
Because they have all this money and power, and they think that makes them better than everyone else. They think that means they know more than the actual writers.
Elon Musk, he has money, so everything he says is golden to people. Yeah. He may not be the smartest person in the room, but he's the richest one, so therefore they're gonna listen to what he says. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes.
Fixed up Twitter? Yes. But the way he wanted to fix Twitter was microtransactions. Screw that.
Well, he's doing it now, because Twitter might be even changing their name and everything to call X. Like,
it's such a shit thing.
Well, X-Man. Twitter Max.
Well, we'll see after Elon, sues these lawyers. So.
Yeah. The lawyers who quote unquote forced him to take the deal for Twitter.
Which I actually did see that lawsuit, and I followed it, and my God, some of the legal mumbo jumbo was hilarious to read.
Yeah. By the way, Elon, if you're watching this, we love what you do with Tesla. We love what you do with SpaceX. Stay in your lane, for the love of God, bro.
Hey, I still get paid.
And you forgot until it rains and floods the area, and you can't drive your Tesla anymore.
I was about to tell him he need to fix those tubes in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Fix those stupid little tubes. Put some AC down there or something.
You gotta put some tunnels. Transformer for you.
Put some AC in the tunnels. There you go.
Yeah.
You gotta create a transformer car. I'm gonna be the first Tesla transformer that nobody can get.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we all just want to get paid. So from Twitter. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Right now, he's focused on burying Zuckerberg in one of those tunnels. That's priority A right now.
I don't know how he gonna do that shit. Zuckerberg like, I came out with this.
Speaking of Zuckerberg and Elon, are y'all paying for any of those platforms?
No. We know how that fight's gonna end. I'm not. For the platforms, no.
Yeah, because I literally paid for the $11 a month for Twitter, right? But I was planning on, then I canceled it, right? And I was gonna do my subscriptions on my phone, so I accidentally reactivated it by accident. So now I have like a month of it. And I'm like, there's still no benefits for me to pay this type of money for. It's not helping me at all. You know what I mean? It's just giving money to Elon. It's like, can I have my $11 back?
I'm just waiting for them to turn around and go, here's the monitor. You can get your money from like all these ads, because I swear to God, the second that someone figures out how to make money, I'll be on Twitter most of the time, generating shit that I don't even want, just so I can get paid.
But Twitter needs to go live, man. You can't even go live on that shit.
They used to.
Yeah, see, they cut that off.
They used to, it's like Periscope, and then people start doing weird shit on there. You know how Instagram was live, like,
oh yeah.
Oh, I'm going live to a toy, and the next thing you know, it's a penis in your face, like, what? What is?
I actually, I missed this part. So, what Threads? You have to pay for Threads now?
No, Threads is free.
Shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
No.
I'm wondering if this is the start of something bad, because I always thought that someone was going to realize how much money they could make if they made it so social media was no longer free. Do you think this is the beginning of that?
Yes.
It's not free.
It never was.
Because think about it, the only way to access social media is through internet. You pay for it.
Yeah.
You pay for your phone service. So
Even
it's
Wi-Fi.
not free.
Well, internet is Wi-Fi, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean like the platforms themselves, though.
I do think it's a way.
But I think it is already heading towards that, because if you want to unlock these certain features and to be seen, not to be blacklisted or ghosted, you pay $15 a month to Instagram. You pay $11 a month to Twitter to be seen.
And $15 on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, listen, look at the Global Nerds podcast on Instagram. Just from a year ago, we was getting thousands of likes and stuff like that. Now we get a few. You know what I mean? Because I'm not paying for the thing. Like, we're not paying for that to be seen. Like, it's crazy. The engagement is crazy. Like, you have to pay for engagement now. Like, I'm all right.
Yeah, man. And they take a lot out of your shit too, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
like it's no
Facebook was
point.
doing. Yeah, Facebook was doing that to me. I realized I thought I set for just one day only, but they kept taking like most of my money out.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, man. That promotion.
Our day one fans is there though from the beginning, because y'all still streaming these podcasts, so we fucks with y'all, even though y'all don't like our shit because y'all don't see it on social media. I mean, literally, I have 2 platforms. I cannot see Global Nerds anything unless I literally type in Global Nerds. You know what I mean? Like, that sucks. But I mean,
it is what it is. We can only do so much.
Unless you pay for it.
I just
Going
feel like
back to
limited.
last week's topics, Mark, you were interested in revisiting these because we did touch on them, but I'm sure there's been a couple updates this week. Snow White and the questionable magical creatures, not dwarves.
I finally got to look
Willy
at it.
Wonka?
It looks so bad. It looks so bad, bro.
I have not seen it.
Look at the pictures that I put in the Facebook chat. At this point in thingy, it's all because of Peter Dinklage and the way that he was just like, oh, Hollywood should not employ like dwarfs or anything like that, to put them in the role. It's like when you've seen stuff like Christmas films or like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs or anything like that, and it's like, yeah, but he did all
work.
Yeah, it's work. Like, it's because he was like, oh, all of them are just like, people just do this because it's like, dwarfs, like leprechauns and blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, do you speak for everyone? Because I'm sure there are people out there that would easily want to take up that work. I mean, like, could you imagine you're a dwarf actor, and then all of a sudden, like, Disney rings you up and says, like, hey, we want you in on this. Like, what are you gonna say? You're not gonna turn around and be like, Seven Dwarfs, fuck that shit. Most people are gonna be like, do you know what? Yeah, because that starts a career. You're in one of the biggest Disney productions, the name for it at least. But they've completely changed it. It's not like a remake live or whatever. To me, it just feels like, oh, we've listened to what people online have said. Those Seven Dwarfs are now like, oh, we can't have 7 men. Okay, well, now we've got this. Now we have to make them all different. Okay, so how is this Snow White? Oh, we can't have Snow White as a white girl. But literally in the fairy tale, it's Snow White. Her skin is
white as snow, and her hair was black as ebony.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, right, we've changed this. And it's like, okay, I get that you want to change these sorts of stories, but how does that doesn't change anything. You've made it inclusive. Awesome. That's fantastic. But then don't call it Snow White. Call it something completely different by using that story. So like when I saw that picture, I was just like, okay, cool.
My problem with the picture is, and again, Rachel Zegler, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering her name. She has been great in what I've seen her in so far. I'm sure she'll do a great job in this movie. It's the costume design. They
Yeah, it looks
completely
very
everything
Party
about
City.
it. It looks just half-assed, completely half-assed, and everything about that tells the tale. They're just going to use political lingo and just like they're just going to use the virtue signaling to cover up lazy writing. That just tells
Yeah.
the tale right there.
And of course, just like the Little Mermaid, she has to come out with baby pictures of her as Snow White instead of Ariel, going, I've always wanted this role. I am so happy to have this role. I mean, look at me as a kid. Really? Because you guys went after every little bit of the Super Mario movie when they came out and said, I've always wanted this role. Chris Pratt wanted to be Mario. And of course, we had Bowser and his Peaches. They wanted those roles too. You're gonna deny them?
I think people just hate Chris Pratt. That's the
people.
thing.
I don't know why.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt
Kind of
was
like
great at
Mark
Star
just
Wars.
hates Melissa McCarthy. It doesn't even matter him that she was great as Ursula. He just hates her.
Oh my!
Chris Pratt may be cool, but there's only so much you can do for Peter Quill. He's just fucking annoying at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes down to it, it's more. It is going to come down to the whole. Well, we're going to change up these characters. So what happens if later on we change someone else that no one likes, and it's just like, well, hang on a minute, you change all these all these stories, you change the thing, but yet when it goes against what you say, you don't like it. Like, make this make sense. Like, I'm looking at all the people that they've got for these, apparently meant to be 7 dwarfs, but it's not. It's like 7 magical, mythical creatures.
7 magical creatures that are full grown, but 1 dwarf.
Yeah.
It's not even counted as a dwarf.
Yeah, the way that I would do it, I would just call it the 7 mythical creatures, and then just be like, oh, it's based off Snow White, rather than be like, this is Snow White and the 7 mythical creatures. Because like when I see all these people in here, the costumes are fucking bullshit. Like, it looks like someone has just went, do you know what? Let's go down to the thrift store, pick out what you like, has to be colourful, put it on, and that's it. And you go on like, I like it. Yeah, okay, whatever. Like, one guy looks like he's in half a suit. Like, I've got the blazer of a suit, and I just look like shit. Like, I don't know what. No one's asked for this film, and I also hated the fact that Disney came out and was just like, these aren't real. These aren't proper set photos. Blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, actually, yeah, it is. Sorry about that, guys. And I'm just like. Like, why? Just keep to the original story. That's all you had to do, but you fucked it up.
Actually, I don't care about it because I don't care about Snow White. I don't care what they look like.
I don't care about the live action remakes anymore. We know they're bad. Why do we bother?
I never cared.
I'm still tired of the remakes.
The Snow White ride at Disney World is a fucking baller, though, man. It's great.
Yeah. Like, I'm not one for the remakes at all, but there are people out there who love this, and this is what kind of like gets me, because then we hear stories of like, Snow White didn't perform, it's because of these people, it's because of that people. It's like, what the fuck do you want us to do? You make shit. I'm not gonna go see shit. I'd rather buy it when it's like £1 and go, all right, that was shit.
Exactly. And
maybe you guys are the problem. Have you thought of that?
That's literally what I'm going to see in the headline. It would be like, it's your fault that you're the problem and you didn't see Snow White, the best film in the entire world. I'd be like, no, it's because it was shit. I can't sue Disney and be like, can I have my 2 hours back? Like, I can sue you if the trailer's completely wrong, but can I sue you for my time? No.
Remember
exactly why I did not go see Little Mermaid in theaters. I didn't care to see it in theaters.
Remember,
I said I'd give it a chance, which I did, and I thought it was crap because of the way the writers wrote it.
Yeah. Just admit you made a bad project. You didn't kill a person. You didn't drown someone's goldfish. You made a bad movie. It happens. There are worse things in life. Just own it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like did you ever see Dark Phoenix? That the Dark Phoenix movie?
No, I never did see it. It was on my list.
Terrible.
Awful.
It's terrible,
Awful.
but it had great action scenes.
Yeah, and you know, with the director, when he saw the reception that the movie got, he's like, yeah, that's on me. I made a bad movie. Sorry. And when you see that in contrast with all these other artists who love to blame politics or Twitter or whatever, it's just like, thank you. Some freaking
own up to
humility.
your mistakes. Quit blaming the right for your mistakes. Quit blaming other people for your mistakes.
I kind of when I see this, like when you see, like, say Snow White cost $1 billion to make, and then suddenly like it's not making that much money back or whatever. I'm just so sick and tired of like no one in that in Disney or whoever just being fired. Like, can you imagine? Oh, you lost us $1 billion. We've only made 1 million, 2 million back. You've cost us all this. You're fired.
That happened with John Carter. An executive lost his job because of how badly that movie bombed.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, majority of the time, there needs to be a point where Disney and all that need to kind of sit down and go, like, why are we making this? Why are we suddenly trying to change this up? Like, I can understand that they want diversity and they want inclusion in it, but then rather than remake these things, just instantly just go, let's just make it based on this, and then we can change it up, because there'll be people who will complain, and that's fine, and there'll be people who will champion this, and that'll be fine. But just listen to people. Just be like, if Bob goes, that's a bad film, don't fire Bob. Leave Bob alone. You know, if Bob brings up all these really good points, then take them on board and go, maybe it's the 7 dwarfs, not the 7 mythical creatures.
I think it's also more a matter of just letting the writers do their work, because, I mean, listening to your audience too much, putting too much emphasis on that can cause problems. I mean, look at what happened with Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I'd been in charge of the sequel trilogy for Star Wars, I would have planned ahead, and after if the fiasco with The Last Jedi did happen, I would have made 2 more movies instead of just 1. The first movie dedicated to damage control, and then the 4th and final one rounds out the series and can take its time, because the 3rd movie basically filled all the holes.
Yeah, that's already a lot of work. What I would have done is I hired a director to do a job, because I like their work. I would let them do their fucking job and not interfere.
There you go.
Yeah.
Executive meddling, man, it ruins everything.
Yeah.
They had a straight plan for Star Wars. You was gonna have your first Jedi that was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Why did y'all negate from that? It was because he was black character? Like, I don't understand. Exactly. Like,
they had to
shunt
shunt him because China is a bunch of racists.
Yeah.
Right. Just let the story. I would love to see a stormtrooper become a fucking Jedi. That was freaking epic.
Now, with that whole trilogy, I actually watched an interview on that. He wanted to go the other 2 routes. Basically, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to copy that, but with these characters. You do not go the same formula as the other sequels. Or prequels, whatever you want to call them right now, because Star Wars is giving me nothing but a headache with their prequels, sequels, prequel, blah, blah, blah.
Well, they was doing something different. Like I said, they were doing something completely different, where Stormtrooper was going to be a Jedi. But then they got deterred from that. They got detoured to where he had to go this other route and make Rey the Jedi person. And that was never her story. That was never her arc. That was never the characters that they was going with. It was always going to be Finn.
And I would love to see Finn. I thought he was the most fleshed out character in the damn movie, to be honest. Rey just seemed like I'm gonna say it, a backwater gal who didn't know right from wrong. I'm going scavenging.
Both of those characters just fell completely short of their potential. John Boyega, so charismatic, made Finn so likable, barely got any room to make that character breathe. Rey, again, had potential to be a good character, but they didn't give her a journey. They just made her a Mary Sue from the beginning.
Her story. That's the thing. It wasn't her story. You know what I mean? Ray is a great character. If they would have just followed with their original plans.
Yeah.
But like I said, they had to detour due to who they want to please.
Yeah.
And if you look into the future of it, like today, fuck China. What they do for us? Nothing. So you was pandering to a whole audience and a whole country who's literally does not support you.
Mhm.
And not only that, but with Snow White, this new movie coming out, plus Barbie, are not going to be filmed in certain countries over religious beliefs, feminism, and other stuff. It's like,
y'all just make the movie.
Disputes over but disputes over, I think it's Taiwan. Is that the country that China is trying to just like, is that the country that's trying to break away from China right now, Taiwan?
That I don't know.
I don't know that one.
I'm a little behind on my memory is like really hazy on my knees right now.
That's what they need to do. Just make the film, tell the story you want to tell without worrying about who is this going to offend, because it's always going to offend someone. It's always, you're never going to please 100% of people. So just make your content.
And is that really what you're worrying the most about, is offending somebody? There are much worse things that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with Wonka and its new stuff. Like I said last podcast,
I still think that movie could go either way.
Are we going to cast? And again, are we going back to the whole slavery argument of blacks being the first people to be with Wonka? No, it's always been the Oompa Loompas.
That's kind of how it's been in the story.
Yeah, the fact that they could have gone Oompa Loompas. I praise Wonka for this one thing only. That is an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this movie. We spoke about. I don't care about Wonka.
Yeah, I don't.
If I want to see chocolate, just make me a Hershey's movie.
Again, it's not. It's another movie we did not ask for. We did not want. Could it be successful?
Yeah.
Yes, because it looks pretty neat with the main character of Wonka. He does have that Gene Wilder feel to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
Timothée Chalamet does a great job of capturing Wilder in that performance.
And with the Oompa Loompas themselves, with
Hugh Grant, mad props to Hugh Grant, by the way. He stole that trailer with just that one bit at the end.
Oh, sorry, I gotta stop. I can't stop this now. Now I gotta sing. I'm like, where's the rest of that sequence? I would have rather have seen more of that than that gal that's supposed to be.
So what I'm getting from this side is you want an Oompa Loompa movie. You don't want no Wonka, you just want Oompa Loompas. But you are like a fan of an Oompa Loompa.
Origins.
Because they've been they've been done dirty.
If somebody make Hollywood, man, get this man an Oompa Loompa movie. Like the Minions.
There you go.
Yeah.
A 2D version. There you go.
It's again, it's the Paddington directors. It could be a good movie. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
You never
but
know.
Then again, I mean, they had a lot of great
Game
attached to stuff that was just trash. So who knows?
It could go either way, but going back to the Disney reboots just real quick, as much as I don't like them, I do get why they bring in audiences. The kids know that we grew up on the originals and they want to see live action because, it makes them feel more adult, and they're already pretty chill with the Disney brand to start off with, and the adults think, yeah, my kids want to see it. I can get them to stop bugging me this way, and it'll be a nice, cute little nostalgia flashback that I don't have to think too hard about. So I get how they do bring in people, but at the same time, what's Disney going to do when they run out of reboots?
Reboot the reboot.
Right.
Or sequels maybe? Is that all they're going to be? People are going to get bored with that. It's inevitable.
Yeah, I think that it's the way they'll go, because, or maybe they won't, because they'll see how badly, maybe like say, oh, Snow White did badly, Little Mermaid did badly, Aladdin did badly. All of them go, shit, this is a lot of stuff that's just gone really bad. And they just go, why are we making more of this? it's not bringing us the money in. So I feel like that would be one of the biggest things that they'll do. I feel like if you go through their entire catalog, then there's still a lot more that they can do, but they've got to at some point go, is this what people want? Just release it for streaming. Because if it's numbers that people want to see, like, oh my god, like Snow White and The Little Mermaid did like 10 billion in views, then that means that it's done something well. So just release it streaming services. Film wise, when they go like, oh, how much did this make? Oh, it didn't even break even. Shit, we're not going to do that, are we, boys? So yeah, I just feel like they'll run out of it, or they'll go, we don't want to spend any money on this anymore.
But they'll bring out movies like this instead of doing original stuff like, say, Batwoman. Because Batwoman also, one of the rumors was Batwoman got pushed aside for another Disney or DC remake.
But the thing is, it's like, let's say, for example, you go to a store and you've got this brand new chocolate bar that's out, and then you go, oh, do I try it? I need comfort food right now. And then you go, I'm going to leave it, and you're going to go straight for the old stuff. It's the same thing as like with Disney. It's more like, who likes The Little Mermaid? Like, I really liked it when I was a kid. Aladdin is one of my all-time favorite Disney films. So when I saw Disney, I was just like, when I saw Aladdin, I was just like, this wasn't what I was expecting. It was still okay, but I didn't enjoy it. So again, I've still seen it, but then that's the thing, is like people go back and say like, oh, it's my comfort film. So when you watch your comfort film, you're going to go to it. So it's like, oh, Snow White's coming out. I really loved Snow White when I was a kid. I've not seen anything about it. And then you go, what the fuck was that? Same thing as like if they did another film and another film. It's a safe thing, so they know it's going to bring in. Why create a brand new character? Why create a whole new universe when all of a sudden people go, oh shit, I can go watch The Little Mermaid. Yeah, I used to watch that as a kid. I don't care about the cast. And it's like, oh, that song that took me back to my childhood. Oh, they've added a new song. Oh, awesome. And that's it. That's literally the entire thing.
Okay, so basically you're saying, these movies are terrible. The remakes are just absolutely terrible. Go watch the originals. Buy the originals.
No, what I'm saying is it's more of a comfort thing. Again, if you watch something that you like, let's say I watched Aladdin 5,000 times when I was a kid and I absolutely loved it, and then all of a sudden like Aladdin's been remade, it's coming out, but then there's like the Powerpuff Girls movie, and I was like, well, I was more of Aladdin fan than Powerpuff Girls.
Wait, that's Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah. But the fact is, I'm going to go see Aladdin more than I'm going to go see the Powerpuff Girls. And then I'll go see the Powerpuff Girls because, again, that was my childhood as well. Or it was my teenagehood, whatever. But it's more comfort. It's like, do you buy a brand new pair of trousers or do you wear the ones that have holes in because it's comfort? It feels good.
That's fair.
I don't know, remakes don't bother me. You know why? Because the originals are still going to be there. And I got the new ones just do as like a bonus content. So they don't bother me.
Yeah,
but
and that kind of brought me up, and we can tie this into the next topic a little bit. With Nickelodeon bringing back the old, correct me if I'm wrong, please do, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 78 cartoon.
It's the 80s cartoon, I think.
Thank you.
Again, you're tying into an audience nostalgia and comfort again. Like, I'm tempted because that's the only Turtles that I grew up with, and that's the only ones that I kind of really like. But is it going to be as good? But I hope it's not the one with Seth Rogen in, because I fucking hate him as well.
Seth Rogen and Jackie Chan sounds like it.
Jackie Chan's fine. But it's like I fucking hate it.
Mutant Mayhem is going to become a TV show. I saw that rumor last week, and I believe they confirmed it Friday.
Oh.
And I'm like, the movie's not even out yet.
Am I super excited for Ninja Turtles? Am I going to see it?
That's
quick, DownHill, play the Michael Bay ones.
At least those was entertaining. So at least those was entertaining.
Good. Ah.
you know what was quite funny? When the first one came out in cinemas, I was going for PMC, and like a person I used to be friends with, like we just got off this flight and we were absolutely drained, and this person I was friends with, or used to be, turned around and said, "Let's go watch the Turtles movie," and I fell asleep. The only things that I remember from that film is the Turtles, the elevator scene, the credits, and that's all I see. That's all I remember.
Oh,
it was that bad.
Like, that scene felt like a Ninja Turtles bit. I have to give Michael Bay credit. Through that entire movie, there were no explosions until the very end. Because he's always known for explosions, especially with the Transformer movies.
That's why I thought he'd be perfect for Power Rangers.
100%
100% perfect. And they were like, "Oh, I don't want it. Fucking explosions."
Oh, geez, a Power Rangers movie with Michael Bay involved. Oh, God.
It would be perfect. It's explosions.
It would.
Better or worse than
Then M. Night Shyamalan directing a Power Rangers movie, I would cut my eyes out.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
I have 2 spoons right here looking at me. I could scoop them out like this.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Anywho,
I
Rewatching
just
Power,
think the Ninja Turtles sucks. I really think.
it can be pretty shitty, but at its best, it's freaking epic, bro. When they do it right. At least we still got the old stuff to go back to. I'm like, yo, man, watching the old Power Rangers shows again, the good ones, it's making me, it reminds me of why I'm alive, bro.
I would never
feel something, man.
I don't think I could put that much stock in Power Rangers. Like, I again, it's no shade to anybody, but Power Rangers has not saved my life. It has not made me feel like included. When I was, I don't know. It's different. It's difficult to say because when I was a kid, it was like, oh, cool. There's a black dancing guy and he's a superhero. Like, cool. You know what I mean? That was like what I grew up on. But now it's kind of like it's the same formula from 1995. Like, it's 2023, and you guys haven't evolved, and you're wondering why you guys failed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if it makes you feel involved, great. Just approach the community with caution. You'll find some nut jobs in there.
True. Like, one thing that I noticed, this is one thing that's been like bothering me about the Ranger fandom. Now, I love them. Don't get me wrong. I think that they're fantastic. But when like a lot of people are saying like, oh, Power Rangers has always had like some good writing, and it has had some good writing, but I've just recently noticed how the Neon Saban era has probably been the worst for writing. And this is how bad it was. I'm doing this video at the moment, and doing it a little bit different and backing up my sources and stuff like that, like my proofs. And it's like the Robo Knight thing annoys the shit out of me, because you get a scene with Orion going, he sacrificed himself, his energy flows into me, he sacrificed himself, and I'm like, oh great, that's really cool, robot death, obviously not human, that's absolutely fine. And then suddenly, like, when I'm reading this from the actual official source book, it turns around and go like, they wanted to bring him back as a noble nod, and I'm like, then that entire whole scene did not need to be in there. The fuck? And I'm wondering if this is writing of all of it, like how bad it's been. And then now with Beast Morphers, Dino Fury, and possibly Cosmic Fury, it actually feels like proper writing and everything links together, and not just some sort of, we kill the robot, bring him back, means no sense, don't give him any sort of thing. He actually blew up and he actually sacrificed himself. But the kids, they'll fucking love this. It's like, no one liked Robo Knight.
Right.
Yeah,
I like him more than the rapping Alpha. I hate that version. Yo, it's happy. It was.
Yeah. That Alpha was black as fuck.
I hated it.
What's good with y'all Rangers? What's good?
I just
kicking their ass. What the hell?
See, the whole Turbo thing, I just can't stand the entire series. It's like how can we
on me? No, I just couldn't
It's
stand
definitely
Demetria.
hard to watch. Like, I even tried watching Turbo the first bit, and I'm like, I can't do it. And then I get to TJ's part, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of do it. I can do it.
I don't like the Furbies and the movies. I hate the little things. They don't even speak. They just,
do you want to know?
There we go.
I just hate Demetria. That's all I just hate. She's
Can
talking
you
to
stop pointing and growling at me? Like, I hate
Do
it.
you want to know a massive plot hole in that story? And when
Do
you
it.
think about it, so Larigo, absolutely fucking hate him. Can heal anyone, right?
Uh-huh.
He heals Catherine. So why didn't they take him to Rocky?
Yeah.
Because no one likes Rocky, okay? They don't like him.
Rocky.
True.
Again,
Places there.
it's another take of they did Rocky dirty.
Yeah, but the fact is, if they'd taken Larigo to heal Rocky, we wouldn't have had Justin, and you would have saved the franchise. I would rather have Rocky than Justin any day. And I
They
hate.
don't like Rocky.
It'd be
man.
hilarious if Steve actually did the stunts for Justin. In the
that was
suit.
suck.
He was out.
That
He was
was
out of there straight away. Like as soon as like we're writing you out the series, right? What? Oh, I have to lie in a bed for about 10 minutes.
Hold up.
Awesome.
You just hit another plot hole in Once and Always.
What?
How is he a firefighter when he still has that neck injury?
You can heal from that. It wasn't a neck injury. It was I think it was a leg
I
because
thought
he
he
did
broke
a
his leg, right?
Yeah,
No,
he does.
It
he
was a
does
neck
spinning
injury.
kick.
He had that thing around his neck.
We can heal
He
from
did.
that.
I thought he broke his back.
Oh,
What's
let
the
me go
back?
look. It's driving me nuts now.
Let's smoke some good ass weed in.
He's a Power Ranger. Once you morph, it heals everything, okay?
Yeah.
Well, then again, we could, I guess, retcon it to the whole Zeo powers.
Well, shit.
Maybe.
You become a meta human then when you put that suit on. Then shit.
So he's fighting. JDF's kicking the shit out of him. Rocky's evading. Johnny on Bosch comes in. Rocky gets really fucking pissed off. Then jumps off. Oh yeah, it's his back.
Oh, it was his back?
Yeah, hurts his back. It's effectively it's the same thing as like, oh, I pulled a muscle on my back.
Right.
Man, that could be a pain in the rear.
Yeah, so that's how he heals himself, and then it's like, I mean, it's what been like 28 years.
Yeah,
So-
Right.
yeah, he could have strengthened it. So yeah, I guess that'd be a thing.
Also, he could just be an admin assistant for the firefighter. I'm just at my desk, can't do anything.
Or he morphed and it just heals his body. Okay, that's what it is.
Larigo stops and be like, "Oh shit, son, sorry, I didn't really mean to forget about you." Or he just taunts him, "I can heal you." And it's like, "Fuck, you couldn't you?"
I just hate it. Now y'all got me thinking about those stupid little furries.
I hate
I
it.
hate
The 90s was always about puppets. I fucking hate puppets at times. Oh, fuck off, Larigo. Fuck off.
No, I hate them. They don't communicate. They just point and growl. Just like, hi, Larigo.
What is this? Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Power Rangers, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I'm just trying to figure out how they talk to him. Dude, they understand what everything he said. They're like, oh, his family missing. He gotta get his family. I was like, damn, they understand what the hell he said. All he did is growl.
No, can you imagine? You got Alpha 5, you got Demetria and Larigo all trying to have a conversation with you to find the whereabouts of Zordon at one time. I would kill myself.
It's turning
It
that
would
off.
get annoying.
I would
That's a
kill.
good
Yo! You need to find Zordon. You want to know where he is? I'm like, you know what, bitch? You know what?
No, like it would literally be like, we've got to find Zordon, but before you find Zordon, do you find yourself? Fuck off,
And I
Demetria.
get he's an alien. Well, I get he's a freaking alien, but come on.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo,
the
yo,
big
Rangers,
legible.
find yourself.
That's
Deep
that's
inside, yo,
definitely
yo, yo.
Oh God.
When you find yourself, when you find destiny.
Like
Where?
I don't know who sat on the team and went, right guys, let's have someone that asks questions but with a question. Let's have a rapping robot. Let's have a puppet that sounds like a Wookiee. And then go, let's do like that, boys.
Right. It was the worst characters ever for a Power Rangers season, all at once.
Yeah.
So people in the comments, see if you want us crazy nerds to start going through the seasons, because we have
I don't
so
wanna do
many
that
ideas. Oh,
No.
yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna do it, guys.
No. Okay.
Well, Chris
right.
is already doing it.
Okay, so if this happens, Ty, you've got to watch Turbo. You've got to watch all the bad seasons.
Yeah.
I still think Turbo wasn't bad.
Man, that shit was bad.
I warmed up to it.
We're gonna have to do it, but you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it
It's
for the
better
viewers.
than MMPR season 3. Y'all remember that?
That's
Yeah,
more
they
had,
watchable
like,
than
the
glitter
Than
suits
Turbo.
and shit.
Yeah.
The glitter suits and
Ooh,
shit.
like, what was that?
I would wholeheartedly watch more of MMPR than I would of Turbo.
Man, they got Power Ranger bling on that on season 3. Oh, bling out with glitter.
What is this? Why? That was terrible too. What's another terrible season of Power Rangers? I think Super Samurai was a terrible. I like Samurai, but not Super Samurai. That was terrible. They had a crossover event with Scott was coming from RPM, but he couldn't take off his helmet or couldn't speak. Like, what the hell is this?
Oh, that was
Why?
Yeah, that was a bit stupid.
He could speak, but it was. I think that was because of because it was Power Ranger wasn't a union show, and he was part of the union, so he lent his voice and had something completely different. And he was just like, yeah, I'll be this Ranger. Oh shit, my might not be great to breathe. Fuck it.
That's Lord Jesus. That's the stupidest thing ever. What's another stupid season? It was a lot of stupid decisions that Power Rangers made. Just stupid decisions.
It was Saban. That was all it was. It was Saban wanting more money and then going, yeah, can we do this? It's like, no. You can listen to people and give them what you want? No. No, why?
I think Power Rangers just needs to accept that they need to go darker. They need to go more adult. The fans who have stuck with them, the vast majority of them, they've grown up. They want something new. And Once and Always wasn't bad. It was perfectly decent, but overall it just felt like more of the same when it really should have been going all the way for something new, for a newer take.
Exactly.
I mean, they're dealing with the death of one of their own, and they really just barely tap on. They barely touch it, all things considered.
I think it's they just turn around and said they didn't want to show it because of how it would make kids feel. But then when they say this is marketed towards the fans, like the people who grew up with it, you kind of think that they would give more time, and it's going to touch this on it's going to touch the subject, because regardless of even if kids are watching it, people are going to still have to explain it to them, and it's like that could have been a really good point. Why are they so sad? Where's the Yellow Ranger? Okay, well now I'm going to have to tell you a very big important part in life, and then you go through it with them, rather than be like, what happened to the Yellow Ranger? She gone. All right, she's coming back now. I don't think there's any balance. It was good for people who had been following it, hadn't followed it and come back, but from when it says this is for the fans, I'm like, it wasn't for the fans, was it? It was just you just didn't want to piss people off or lose money or lose toys and stuff like that.
Power Rangers dead, kind of like this conversation. I don't care about Power Rangers no more.
Wait until the reboot. That will be
Right.
That will be its tone, because I feel like if the reboot fails, you cannot do anything with Power Rangers. Just make toys. Just cancel it. Make sure it's not on a cliffhanger. end it and just go, that was a one-off.
Reboot's such a waste of potential. They could go places with what they've already got, and they're just erasing everything and starting over. That's such a waste.
I mean,
quite frankly, I want them to go the way of the comics because we're getting all these great comic
that's what I was
books
going to
out.
mention. So, if you look at if you want to know how to treat your adult fan base, the comics are probably the best way, because the stories are interesting. There are some, you're linking everything together. I mean, Shattered Grid was fine. Beyond the Grid, I think, was shit because you had a group of Rangers that not everybody loves, kind of like mishmash. And then you had the Eltarian War. Then now you've got this whole zombie thing that's coming up. That to me shows that
two zombie things because we've already dealt with the Death Ranger once.
Yeah, but he wasn't really a zombie. He was more of an essence. But the main thing is you've now got to the point where people are wanting more. So yeah, look at the comics. I would say the comics are probably what you're going to get as an adult thing. But yeah, this show feels like it doesn't follow it. So I'm hoping the reboot does do what it says on the tin and says, we've just completely done that. Focus on that audience. Fuck whatever the kids think, because at the end of the day, they're not the ones that you're trying to sell this product, because they'll still go, I want that Power Ranger toy. Okay, here you go. It's simple. Give the TV shows and all that to the adults that have been following it, and give the toys to the kids.
Marvel's been doing it with the Avengers franchise. I mean, if we could get Power Rangers in the vein of Captain America, Winter Soldier, that'd save the franchise.
Yeah. I mean, as you say, did Marvel hold back when they killed Tony? They didn't go, oh shit, the kids may not like this. They were like, no, this has to be part of the story. And obviously Robert Downey Jr. was like, I'm out, see you later.
And there are rumors that they're bringing him back.
Well, he's going to be in 5, but I think it's because there's going to be some holograms he has to play or something. That was the rumor I was hearing about that whole shenanigans. But again, it's all up to buy. Oh, I guess this could segue into Disney and Bob Iger being a complete and utter. What the hell is he doing? Like, he's wanting to get rid of Hulu off of Disney bundles. He's what would you say? Trying to get rid of or sell a lot of assets, including Marvel and all that.
It wouldn't be Marvel, because Marvel will make them a shit ton of money. I think it's more FX, some of the other smaller studios. The things that they bought from Fox that they want to kind of get rid of because it's probably not making them money. And I kind of see why, but at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe they're just kind of saying, if we take these elements, because effectively they could have just bought it and gone, okay, well, the X-Men properties are here. I mean, look at Deadpool 3, you've got Hugh Jackman. So the fact is that, we just wanted all these assets brought across, get rid of all the crap. We don't want the Rookie, we don't want this, we don't want that. Just sell them off. We've got what we want.
Honestly, I think if they're going to sell off a lot of assets like that, they might as well just get rid of... They might as well go back on their deals and sell them back to the original creators and let them deal with it, because this is getting ridiculous.
It's because they probably want money. I mean, I've just seen this tweet, I've just looked it up. So in 2006, Bob Iger, or Disney at least, buys Pixar for $7.4 billion. Then in 2009, buys Marvel for $4 billion. 2012, buys Lucasfilm for $4 billion. In 2018, buys Fox assets for $71 billion. So again, that's a lot of money. So I definitely want to try and get rid of some that you're not going to want. That's how I kind of see it. Get rid of the dead weight. Oh, Indiana Jones didn't do that well? Get rid of it. No one wants it. But apparently rumors are that it may go to Apple. So if Apple buys it, guarantee you, all of it's going to go pretty decently.
Well, I don't know. Apple has a few shows that I've been watching, their original content. Like The Newsroom is pretty good. Loot with what is her name? The comedian, whatever. It's a show about this lady. She becomes super rich.
Yeah.
She divorced her husband. She has like $1 billion. But I say the show is actually really good. It's good. So they have some good content on there. Do I want them to buy up everything and sort of monopolize like what Disney did? No, because you're stretching yourself too thin. I think we should have a lot more people and a lot more hands that can be in charge of these creative things, so we have different story things and not everything to be so much the same. Because if you look at the Disney content, from the Marvel to Star Wars to even the Disney princesses, they are sort of the same stories. You know, it's nothing different.
But we're back, baby. Getting Futurama back for another season.
There's such a massive
That-
change there.
Oh,
Right.
jeez. Like, that was one series that should not have been rebooted.
A lot of stuff, man. I mean, Futurama had its time, but why do we need it back?
I would much
They
rather
ended it
watch
very
that.
well. Unlike most shows, they just go, okay, here's the ending. It actually forces you to go, want to do it again? Rewatch the series.
But to be fair, out of like say Simpsons and all that, I would much rather watch Futurama, because at least it's different every episode. It's not the same.
I don't know. I would rather have Family Guy back.
I thought that was constantly going on.
No, Family Guy before Disney bought it. Okay,
Oh.
you know Disney neutered everything, so I want Family Guy back. Yes,
Oh, because you gotta have the mouse.
I hate Mickey.
Once again,
Corporations ruin everything. They'll ruin Futurama too, probably.
Exactly.
well, we'll know tomorrow when it drops. But
Yeah.
like with most seasons, Family Guy up to season 10. South Park up to season 14. Family Guy up to season 10 is all I can stand. Anything after those seasons, I cannot watch. They just get so over the top and stupid. It's hard to click with the jokes.
IDK. Like, I'm cool with excuse me. My mind went blank. I'm cool with Family Guy prior to Disney. Again, it just comes to Disney monopolizing everything and putting their stamp on everything.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of companies are sick of it as well. But the House of Mouse loves to have a good wrap up, right?
Well, I mean, they understand, which is why they're selling off assets now, because they get it. Like, we're tired of seeing the same shit.
And they're in a bad place right now, money wise. Clearly,
Yep.
they may not say it, but it's obvious.
Oh, very obvious.
Did I just type War Pup? I sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so tired of Disney and their shenanigans that it's a war pup.
It is a War Pup, y'all.
I'm tired of monopolies in general, dude.
True.
If I'm gonna play Monopoly, I'm gonna go play Monopoly.
Yeah, capitalism's supposed to be about competition, not conglomeration.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you remove competition, and like you take away the thing that works about capitalism, basically. But then again, it's that whole economic model's just been turned into a sinking ship. I mean, we're literally having our world set on fire because of what it's become. So it's dying. It's dying. It's only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. At least we stopped talking about NFTs, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't heard of those in a while.
Yes.
Because no one wants them anymore.
Humanity.
Exactly.
Let's keep it that way, mankind. Let's go.
Yeah, we could go back to the television Amico and get these little cards for your game. Oh, by the way, the games are NFTs themselves.
Right.
Oh wait, the Amico's never coming out. That's right.
Oh, no, I mean, all good things come to an end. like this episode.
Oh, before we finish, actually, I wanted to ask
That
you
was
guys
a great
question.
segue. He just blew it.
Oh,
Dang it.
fuck.
He's always
Yo.
blowing it.
Always.
Never mind.
Always,
Rewind
bro.
that back.
This
Take
is
it back.
this is an important question, though, man. Peak YouTube. It might be coming back. Have you guys seen? Or all right.
Why
Have
did
you guys
just
ever seen
blow
something
talking
called?
about YouTube?
It's a fucking great site, man. I mean, like, it's, you know, it's a big part of what the internet is supposed to be. You know, the Wild West where anybody can find opportunities. Anybody, no matter what walk of life you come from, no matter how you approach it. I feel like we're getting like a lot of just that old Wild West content back, where like anything goes. For instance, anyone here see Skibbity Toilet yet?
No.
No.
It starts off with just literally just Gmod heads coming out of toilets and sitting, but this guy straight up turns it into a whole series with a whole lore. Like, it's basically about they're going to war with cameramen trying to take over the world, and it's like it turns into this whole series about hope, about facing, like, you know, holding on to it even against like the toughest of odds, man. And okay, this other video, we straight up had a video of like a guy it was a tutorial about removing your ass hair. That it managed to stay up on YouTube without getting demonetized. Yeah.
Like winking
And
at us.
Yeah, and you made money off of the video, and it stayed up for weeks.
Well,
It stayed up for weeks before people found it.
Well, here's the thing. We could always go on and on about red versus blue, but you know blue team's always the better person.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's coming to an end as well. Rooster Teeth just announced it with another season.
That was inevitable. They kind of just like that series became nothing after a while.
But hey, do you ever wonder why we're here on this podcast? Oh wait, that's a wrap up.
Yeah, but yeah, peak Wild West YouTube might be coming back, guys. That's hope. You could take it. Might be hope. It might be a sign that humanity needs to go. We'll leave you guys off on that question.
I don't want to see any more booty holes. We'll be good.
All the booty holes. All
my
the
God.
booty holes.
Well, that's the title of this episode, Booty Hole. Well, let's see how many views this get.
It's the BootyH0l of Disney. Thank you very much.
Lord.
Catch you guys on the other side of the globe.
Bye.
Brought to you by Disney Plus.
Oh God, no! They're going down.